So, hello everyone. Today I received this batch of raw data from a client. It looks quite chaotic. I received it as is, except for a few minor changes for anonymity. We have a few blank empty rows, no empty column, and the client would like to export this in a clean way, keeping only this product number and the volume every time. So here is how I would go about it. First of all, I would try and lose my blank rows. So here the data ends right around here. I would select everything until the start and click F5. Then special. Then select the blank cells. Here only my blank cells are selected, and I determined that I can get rid of them without deleting any data. So that's what I'll do. I'll go to the Home tab, delete. I would choose delete cells and shift up. So here we are, and it should be easier to read. Now, some of these product numbers here, we need to shift them to a text format to be able to read them. So normally what you would do is select a column, then click Control 1 and get a text format here, except that doesn't seem to work in my case. But I have found that using the text to column function can be useful. So here it is, text to column, data, text to column, delimited, next, choose text here, and it does the job. I have to do it for every column, unfortunately, so please bear with me. Now all my data here is stored as text. This is what this little green arrow here means. Number stored as text. So it's all nice and clean, easily readable. Next step will be to transform all this as a table. So format as table is here in the home ribbon. Make sure my table has headers, and formatting it as table will be useful in the next step, which is that you will need to add this little pivot table and pivot chart wizard here. It's not here in Excel by default, so what you're going to do, let me just let's add it from scratch. Okay, so more commands. Here you're going to choose all commands and scroll down to pivot table. Here it is, and I found it. Let me add it here. Click OK. And here we're going to press that button right here. It's an assistant to create special pivot tables, if you will. To be able to follow along in this video, you should be able to make a pivot table already. So here we're going to click on this multiple consolidation ranges and click next, and I will create the page fields and next. Here I will click 1 and I will select my ranges. This is why I formatted this data as a table, you will see that when I select this column here, it will take all the relevant data from France and it will be my first range. Let me add it. Then let me add the UK range, the Germany range. Wait a minute here. The Spanish range and the Italy range. Now we're going to add the names to the ranges here in this field 1. No need to click enter or anything. So next is Germany and Spain. And Italy. Next. Where are we going to place this? Well, where do you want to place it? I want to place it in the existing worksheet right here next to my data. And I click finish. Let's make this a bit smaller so everything would remain visible. And here is my pivot table. These columns here are completely useless. Let's remove it. You will notice that now my data is clean. Some rows are at 0, but this was already the case in the original data, as we can see. So all we have to do now is possibly rename this product numbers, and this would be volumes. As in all pivot tables, you are allowed to filter here by country or not. I suppose my client should be satisfied. All his data is in order in a few quick and easy steps. Now, one last thing, if you have a problem like this at work and you would like me to do a video about it and possibly help you solve it, I'll be glad to do it. Here's me. Be in touch.